Frontal, listen, can we set politics aside for a second and appreciate that history was made last week?
I accept your nomination for President of the United States.
We have waited our whole lives to hear a woman say those words and then immediately get criticized for the voice she said them in. Gosh, you boys sure hate your mothers, don't you? Lucky for Democrats, their big shindig followed the 4-day blooper reel that was the Republican convention. A poorly attended rage-a-thon featuring a parade of hemorrhoidal has-beens trying to literally scare up votes by making America shit its pants.
Every American should be terrified.
I half expected to close my mirror in the Cleveland Holiday Inn and see Newt Gingrich with a knife. TerrorCon 16 set the bar so low for the Democrats, we couldn't wait to see how they'd trip over it. After all, this is the party that brought us the 2004 classic, Fucked Up Balloon Drop.
Go balloons, go balloons. We need more balloons. All balloons should be going. Come on, guys, let's move it. Jesus. All balloons. Where the hell? There's nothing falling. What the fuck are you guys doing up there?
What a catastrophe. The balloons were a mess, too. So, okay, Democrats, go on now. Your turn to embarrass the nation.
That is the story of this country, the story of generations of people who felt the lash of bondage, the shame of servitude, the sting of segregation, but who kept on striving and hoping and doing what needed to be done so that today I wake up every morning in a house that was built by slaves. And I watch my daughters, two beautiful, intelligent black young women, playing with their dogs on the White House lawn.
I'm not crying. I've just got tears coming out of my wherever. And sure, America's racists lost their shit, forcing multiple news sites to fact-check the idea that slavery happened. It did. And when this election is over, we need to have a serious talk about education in this country. While the superdelegates scrambled to switch their votes to Michelle Obama, the DNC proceeded to put on a USA love fest that left us feeling like we just got a national blowjob from the American flag.
Don't let anyone ever tell you that this country isn't great.
Our best days are ahead of us. Americans have never, ever, ever, ever let their country down. Never. Never.
All pledging allegiance under the same proud flag.
The greatest country on this planet. America, we will rise.
God bless America.
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 I'm not crying. I just have America in my eye. The convention was an unexpected triumph of positive messaging and flawless showmanship. Turns out, the Democrats had this in them all along, and all it took for them to get their shit together was the looming certainty of Armageddon. You bastards! The party of dreamers and immigrants wanted everyone to know they welcome refugees. In particular, refugees from the Republican Party, some of whom are feeling as homeless right now as the working poor they've been shafting for decades.
What we heard in Cleveland last week wasn't particularly Republican. See, my grandparents, they came from the heartland, small town folk. Some were Democrats, but a lot of them, maybe even most of them, were Republicans. Party of Lincoln. That's what happens when you're the kind of citizen Teddy Roosevelt once described. Ronald Reagan called America a shining city on a hill.
Come on, Republicans, who are you going to listen to? Agent Orange or Black Reagan? The entire week was an implicit middle finger to Trump's dystopian view of America, mixed in with some first-class trolling of a certain law and order cop humper.
I served as an NYPD officer.
I spent 27 years on the Orlando police force.
When I was Philadelphia police commissioner.
As a police officer,
Police officers are good people doing a good job.
An attack on a police officer anywhere is an attack on our entire society.
Dad, as all of you now know, liked Police Academy. My mom and I loved Pride and Prejudice.
Damn, Chelsea just plagiarized both the Republican convention's themes. But in 4 days of powerful rebukes to Trumpism, the most devastating came from the father of Captain Humayun Khan, who sacrificed his life while saving his fellow soldiers in Iraq.
You have sacrificed nothing, Donald Trump.
You're asking Americans to trust you with their future. Let me ask you, have you even read the United States Constitution? I will gladly lend you my copy.
He means it. He even picked out a copy of the Constitution small enough for Trump to fit in his hands. Now, naturally, America's burst appendix couldn't let that one slide.
If you look at his wife, she was standing there. She had nothing to say. Maybe she wasn't allowed to have anything to say. You tell me.
She was too choked up from seeing her son's picture. Why aren't you allowed to have anything to say? Now, unlike the bleak, militaristic scowling displayed on stage at the end of the Republican convention, this one ended with a joyful, affectionate celebration, particularly for Bill Clinton, who timed it perfectly so the shrooms were just kicking in. Balloons far out. So there she is, the official nominee, ready to face her greatest challenger, herself.
The truth is, through all these years of public service, the service part has always come easier to me than the public part.
Well, fortunately, the job of president doesn't have any public part, so you'll be fine. Look, can we get an Obama out here to do the rousing oratory? Sasha, Bo, any of them?
There has never been a man or a woman, not me, not Bill, nobody, more qualified than Hillary Clinton to serve as President of the United States of America.
He's right. I wasn't ready. Now, the president's endorsement was echoed by the vice president, the former president, the TV president, senators, governors, athletes, preachers, the working poor, the self-made billionaire, Republicans, and, oh, just for good measure, half the fucking Pentagon standing on stage saying, vote for Hillary if you want to live. That is how good you have to be if you're a woman running for president. And she still might lose to this, the least qualified candidate ever to lurch into the public spotlight and shit on Gold Star moms while cradling Putin's sweaty sack. Let's hope Hillary doesn't get lipstick on her teeth between now and November, or it's all over. We'll be right back.